These particular plants are from my original plants from 20 years ago. So they're very hard to kill and very easy to manage. It's just now time to harvest them. When they're red like this, they're not ready. Even when they're kind of a purple, they're not ready. When you pick them, they should barely tug off the plant. Basically just kind of roll off into your hand. You can harvest them when they're not quite ripe. Let them sit on the counter overnight. They ripen really quickly. We have a problem with birds discovering them and eating them, and if I keep picking them before they discover them, I seem to be able to manage it and harvest more berries. Black raspberries come about on the canes from last year's growth. All these little sprouts that are waving up in the air. This is next year's berry sprout. So if you want to get a little more harvest, and if you want to make picking easier, because these canes do have prickers, they're not as bad as native blackberries, which are like razor wire. But this will make your life a lot easier when it comes to picking. So I'm going to cut these spires off right down where I'm going to be picking. Next year it will branch and I'll have even more berries than if I just let the single cane go. So the goal of these big spires is to arc back down to the ground and make more plants. So you want to get down in here below, just barely below the other plants, and cut. These are blackberry vines. You can tell by how many prickers are on them. And I'm going to dig them out because I do not want them mixed in with my black raspberries. These do really hurt when you go to pick berries and you accidentally hit one. So here's the reduced size berry patch. It's a lot easier to pick. This is a good example of what not to pick and what to pick. The center berry is nice and black. It just comes right off. Didn't even use any force at all. This one's perfect. Just comes right off. Did not tug on it or pull it. Or here's one. It's not ready. It's not coming off. Still got some. Going to go check out the black raspberry. Walk past the strawberries and the kale and all the garlics. I grew them up on this chain link fence to try to mask it somewhat. It works to some degree. And I've learned that you do not want to grow really dense plants up against it. I had some catnip, which got really big and it smothered the plants. This is catnip. So I now have it in the back of the garden away from the plants in general. And the onions don't seem to bother it. They are a lot more airy. Won't kill the plants down.